Man's unhappiness is due to his having first been a child, where he finds himself cast into a universe which he has not helped to establish, which has been fashioned without him, and which appears to him as an absolute to which he can only submit. In his eyes, human inventions, words, customs, and values are given facts, inevitable as the sky and the trees. This means that the world in which he lives is a serious world, since the characteristic of the spirit of seriousness is to consider values as ready-made things. This does not mean that the child himself is serious. On the contrary, he is allowed to play, to expend his existence freely. In the child's circle, he feels he can passionately pursue and joyfully attain goals which he has set up for himself. The real world is that of adults, where he is allowed only to respect and obey. Rewards, punishments, prizes, words of praise or blame instill in him the conviction that there exists a good and an evil which, like a sun and moon, exist as ends in themselves. He believes in the being of his parents and his teachers. He takes them for the divinities which they vainly try to be. From then on, flaws begin to be revealed. With astonishment, revolt, and disrespect, the child little by little asks himself, why must I act that way? What good is it, and what will happen if I act in another way? He discovers his subjectivity. He discovers that of others. Men stop appearing as if they were gods, and at the same time, the adolescent discovers the human character of the reality about him. Language, customs, ethics, and values have their source in these uncertain creatures. The moment has come when he too is going to be called upon to participate in their operation. The collapsing of the serious world is a deliverance. But whatever joy this liberation may bring, it is not without great confusion that the adolescent finds himself cast into a world which is no longer ready-made, which has to be made. He is abandoned, unjustified, the prey of a freedom that is no longer chained up by anything. Man is at all time outside of himself. It is in projecting and losing himself beyond himself that he makes man to exist. It is by pursuing transcendent aims that he himself is able to exist. Man is self-surpassing. He is himself the heart and center of his transcendence. There is no universe except the human universe, and the universe of human subjectivity.